For most of us, we're in constant action. There's rarely just a relaxation and an openness to what actually is. And yet it doesn't need to be that way. That pattern of always wanting to fix or change or control what is can dissolve, revealing the freedom or the beingness that already is. Welcome to Letting Go and the Greatest Secret, where we explore the end of your suffering and the beginning of lasting happiness. I'm Hale Dwoskin. Normally, a featured guest joins me for a conversation to share the insights into living a life of deep joy and unshakable peace. Every now and then, it's just you and me, and today is one of those episodes. So right here, right now, there is already wholeness or beingness. And that may be hard to accept. And fortunately, you don't need to accept it. But it can be recognized. And part of the reason we don't recognize it is that we feel like we're always on a journey somewhere. There is rarely just a relaxation into the beingness or the isness that already is. We're wanting to fix our lives, our bodies, our minds, our thoughts, our feelings, and everything that's happening in the world. We're wanting to control it or change it or do something with or about it. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. That too is what's apparently happening. However, one of the powerful things about the Sedona method is it shows you how to let go of this tendency to constantly push against life, to constantly try to manipulate it and fix it or change it. And when you start just simply letting go, as opposed to pushing through, the dynamic in life can change dramatically for the better. Now, this is all what's happening as part of the dream of separation. This dream of separation itself can simply drop away, and you don't need a technique for that. In fact, the whole point in that is that there really isn't a separate you. There is just this, whatever is apparently happening. But as long as we believe we're a person, it can be helpful, at least apparently, to do various things to support ourselves in this letting go. One of them is just simply letting go of wanting to fix or change or control what is. Another is to just simply allow what is to be as it is. And another is not really a technique at all. You can actually recognize that there is just this. And sometimes you can use a question like, simply, is this what's apparently happening? When you ask a question like that, often what happens, without you needing to understand why it happens or how it happens, but what appears to happen is a dropping away of this sense of separation and limitation. And there is just this, as there already is. And again, that question is that what's apparently happening? So let's explore these perspectives together in a nice release so that you can start having this become more experiential. And also so there can be an opening to that which is beyond experience, beyond the need to do anything, including any of these techniques. But as long as there's a feeling of separation or limitation, then these techniques can be incredibly helpful and supportive. So in this moment, could you just simply pause or stop and notice what is? And or just simply be what you are. Or simply notice there is beingness. And could you just simply be open at least to the possibility that this, whatever is apparently happening, is wholeness, is freedom, is boundlessness, is enough. And you may have noticed that there is a relaxation even from this much, even before we get into the heart of the processes. So allow yourself to focus on anything at all in your life that you're wanting to change or improve. Again, it could be something about your life, your body, your mind, your feelings, your thoughts, or anyone else's. And could you just simply welcome that feeling of wanting to change it, of wanting to fix it? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to change it? Just could you? Would you? When? Now, there is a release in that, but let's go even further. Could you just, as best you can, allow what is to be as it is? That too causes a spontaneous letting go. And then, is this, whatever is apparently happening, just that? Is this what's apparently happening? For no one. So any one of those steps you'll find incredibly helpful. And combined, they're wonderful. And it's something you can go through over and over again, and you'll continue to feel better and better. So let's run through it a few more times. So again, just notice if there's any wanting to fix or change or control what is. Again, maybe you want to feel differently. You want to have or be or do more. There's just a feeling that something needs to change. And could you just simply welcome or allow that? Is that welcomed? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let that go? Just could you? Would you? When? And as best you can, could you just simply, at least for a moment, allow what is to be as it is, as though it needs your permission? Of course, it doesn't. And then just notice as best you can, is this what's apparently happening? And is it possible it's happening for no one? It's just apparently happening. And then again, just allow yourself to check. Is there any wanting things to be different? Wanting to fix, change, control, understand, or do anything with or about it? And if there is that welcomed or allowed? Could you just allow it or welcome it? And then that wanting to change what is, could you let it go? Just could you? Would you? When? And then is this, whatever it is, what is apparently happening? What if this is just an appearance that's unfolding by itself without your help, without a you? And then again, as you look at what appears to be your life as opposed to just simply life itself, is there any wanting it to be different than the way it is? And if there is, could you just welcome or allow it? Is that welcomed? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting it to be different, of wanting to change it? Just could you? Would you? When? And then, for good measure, could you just simply allow what is to be as it is? Again, even though what is doesn't need permission, it just is. And then, is all this merely what's apparently happening to no one? It just is. And let's do that one more time. You're probably noticing an opening or a relaxation. There's maybe more awareness or acknowledgement of the boundlessness or the beingness or the spaciousness that always is already. But check, is there anything else where there's a wanting to change, a wanting to fix, a wanting to control? And if so, is that welcomed or allowed? Is that what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to fix or change it? Just could you? Would you? When? And is there an allowing for what is to be the way it is? And is this just what's apparently happening to no one? Okay, good. Now, I highly recommend that you explore this more. Maybe watch this a few more times. And just lightly throughout life, without adding it to another should of what you should or could be doing, from time to time, just simply let go of wanting to change what is, or just simply allow what is to be as it is, or just simply notice that this is already what's apparently happening. And that's enough. I hope you enjoyed our time together. We'll do special ones like this every now and then. And of course, we'll be having plenty of featured guests to share their wisdom and insights with you. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe so you have immediate access to future episodes. Please give us a 5-star rating and share it with the people you care about. These episodes are dedicated to sharing the eternal teachings from the greatest secret and the power of letting go. If you'd like to learn more about my work, my mentors, Lester Levinson's work, and the Sedona Method, please visit www.sedona.com. As you explore our site, you'll learn the key to lasting happiness, success, peace, and emotional well-being. We have books, courses, events, and plenty of free material to explore. Again, go to sedona.com. That's sedona.com. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Letting Go and the Greatest Secret.